Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are doing fine and are safe at home. So guys, today's topic is post-transit care and how we're going to handle that. So guys, like every other creation that needs a strong foundation, post-transit care is the same kind of foundation that you would need in order to grow healthy and strong succulents. So guys, before we get into the post-transit care, I would just give you a small idea what exactly happens when you order a succulent online. For a lot of people who have not purchased a succulent or who are gonna plan to purchase succulents in future, this will just give you a small idea what exactly happens. So guys, as soon as you have booked the succulent, you have confirmed your payment details. The first thing the seller is going to do is he's going to remove the succulent from the pot. Now after this, the procedure comes of drying of the succulent roots. Now it's going to take either 2 or 3 days for the succulent roots to get dried. This is very important. Later on, the same succulent is going to be wrapped in the tissue and then packed for dispatch. Now after a couple of days when the package is dispatched and you have received the package, so once you have received the package guys, that's where it all starts. That's where the foundation starts. Guys, remember this is a very crucial period because majority of the casualties of fatalities happen during this period of time. So you have to be very careful and you have to take a lot of care. So guys, as soon as you open your parcel, this is the first thing what you're going to see. Your succulent is going to be completely wrapped with tissue paper. Now guys, I do not have any unboxing of succulents because I have not placed any orders due to the current situation. But for you to give a reference, I have just tried to replicate how it looks like. I know it's a terrible packaging what I've done because the actual packaging is going to be 1,000 times better than what it is, but this is just for an idea. This is how the packaging is done, but there would be a lot of tapes and it would be securely packed so that there is no breakage of leaves or any damage to the succulent, hence it's packed very compact. Now guys, once the unboxing is done, you have removed all the tissues. Now the next part is that you have to select a pot. Ensure guys the pot is not very big and also make sure that the soil is dry and there is no moisture in the soil. Now guys, remember the soil has to be completely dried, so do not add any kind of water to the soil right now. Now if you find that there is any dirt or any kind of soil on the succulent leaves, you can use a brush to clean it, but you have to be very gentle. Now guys, you can arrange one succulent in a pot or you can even use 2 or 3 succulents in a pot, but you have to make sure that there is enough space. There is enough space for the air to get circulated in the pot. They should not be very congested in that pot. So you have to ensure that there is enough space between each other because they are going to be in this pot for a very long time. Hence, just make sure that you have a proper arrangement. Now guys, the next most important part is to quarantine your new succulents. Always maintain a quarantine area somewhere in your house where the area is cool, shaded, receives bright indirect sunlight, has lot of air circulation, and most important is away from other plants. Guys, it's always advisable to have a quarantine area in your house. Whenever your new succulents come in, you can always isolate them. Now, there are a couple of reasons behind it. One is because they have come from a long journey. In order to give them a breather and to make them feel relaxed, you can keep them in this area. Apart from that, in case if there are any potential bugs or parasites or pests that could come in contact with your other succulents, so this way you can avoid that. Now that brings us to another point guys. Whenever you get your new succulents, avoid mixing them with your regular succulents. Do not directly add them to your existing arrangement. So guys, this quarantine area is not only for new succulents but also in case if you have some problem with your existing succulents because of infestation of bugs or pests, and even overall if your succulent is having a hard time and it is not doing quite well, you can always move your existing succulent to this quarantine area. Now guys, apart from checking on bugs and parasites, there is one more important thing why we do this process. Now that's called as intense acclimation. Guys, intense acclimation is very important for your succulent in order to grow healthy. So what exactly is intense acclimation? Now guys, intense acclimation is nothing but an acclimation that the succulent will do it by itself. That is, it will get adapted to the climate, temperature and the soil. You do not have to do anything over here. The only thing that you have to do is take care of the water and the sunlight. That is it. So guys, it might take around 4 to 5 days for the succulent to get adjusted to the environment, to the climate, to the soil and to the temperature. Now after 4 to 5 days you can start watering your succulent. Now you have to be very careful over here guys. Do not introduce water in one go. Start very slowly guys, because you have to acclimate your succulent with your tap water. Because guys, remember, even if you're from the same city, but the water parameters do differ from area to area. Now here we are talking about a succulent that has come from a different city altogether, so you can imagine what a difference of water parameters it would have. Now guys, the water parameters might differ on different levels, like the amount of minerals or the amount of salt or the amount of chlorine used in the tap water. Now guys, there are two reasons why we acclimate our succulent pot. It's because one, we want it to get used to our tap water. Second thing is that after 4 to 5 days, the succulent might start to get thirsty. Hence we start watering it, but we water only the upper layer of soil so that the succulent starts getting used to the new water, and at the same time the roots also don't dry out and they get hydrated time to time. So guys, in this way you can get your succulent acclimated to your tap water. So then comes the next acclimation, that is with the sunlight. Guys, we have already spoken about that in the last video. If you have not seen that video, or if you are not aware about that kind of acclimation, which is a very basic acclimation, then you can go ahead and click the link on the top right hand side of your screen. Now guys, that was a basic acclimation, because that in that video the succulent was already in your house. It was already adjusted with all the other climate, temperature and soil. The only thing that it had to get acclimated was the sun. Hence that was a very basic acclimation compared to this acclimation. Now you'll have to leave your succulent pot in this place for quite some time. It could even take a month or 2 months or 3 months. You have to just leave it over there for the succulent to relax. Now I cannot give you the exact time when the succulent will start to revive back, because it all depends upon the care that you have given to the succulent, and it also depends upon the succulent how quickly it has adapted to the new environment. So now the question arises, how do we get to know that the succulent has adapted to the new environment? Guys, it's very simple. You'll start seeing signs of growth. You'll see a lot of new leaves growing on the succulent. You might also get a chance to see new pups, as well as the most important thing is the color will start coming back. You'll start seeing that your succulent is getting more vibrant in color, and overall you can see that the succulent is happy. Now guys, another very important thing, you might happen to purchase succulents that are in cluster. So guys, it's very important, do not separate them right away. As soon as they come, do not separate them. Give them some time, let them breathe, let them get relaxed to the new environment. You can do that later on. I know it's very tempting, you want to cut them off and separate them and put them in individual pots. But here I would suggest just wait for some time, because they have gone through a long journey. They are very weak and fragile, so just give them some time to breathe. You can do this procedure later. So guys, that's it for today. I hope that this video was helpful. In case if it was helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. Until then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.